Hey, before the video starts, I just want to mention that, I screwed up a bit. Um, at a certain part of the video, I believe it is called the Nutcracker's Waltz. Don't remember exactly, but pretty much I got a copyright claim. And, I still want to post the video. And it's blocked due to the copyright claim. So, um, I believe it is at 2:56 is when the sound should just basically not be there. You won't hear my voice, you won't hear any music, you won't hear anything. So if you would like to skip that segment, just skip to like 6-ish. About when it hits 6 minutes in the video, and then yeah, you should hear things. My fault. I'm sorry. I'm too lazy to try to go back and edit it. So either deal with it or don't, I guess. Thank you. Have fun or cringe at me saying things in a YouTube video. Haha. Hey everybody, so, Edith Finch, yeah, we're back on this game. So, I'm going to, this is gonna be the last episode, because, frankly, I just want to get this game over with, not because I don't like it, not because I don't enjoy this experience, but it's somewhat killing me to wait between episode. That's basically it. Let's just play the game, I guess. Why? Oh, Mike, what? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Not through here. Where do I go? Through here? Ooh. This area does not make me feel uncomfortable at all.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
That's a rip. Hold up. Okay, problem solved. Alright. What do we have here? A baby room. Crib. What's over here?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
I mean, that's typically how babies are.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Ooh. That's cool. Bro, imagine if this was a thing, I'd be mildly freaked out. What? Whoa. Oh, I am the frog. Whoa.
Watching over Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
That's not a good thing.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Can't get behind you.
I wonder what he saw.
Yeah, I wonder what he saw too. The way this looks is so weird. It's like kind of hard to differentiate. There we go. Boom.
You want you, and be happy to. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I'm just eating a bowl of cereal at like 12:30 in the morning. Don't mind me. Good. But
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
poem for Gus.
a poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
You know I had a kite?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I never really got a chance to fly my kite though.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, it's starting to rain. Not Gus though. So you're about to pull a... Can't think of the name. That one guy attached a kite to a key. Or was it a kite? I don't remember. But he attached the thing to the key and then just got electricity. Yeah, that thing. Oh, wait. Over here. Didn't even notice.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh no, this is not gonna end up. This is not gonna turn out well. Sorry. Near oh, over here. Oh. Oh.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry howling.
Oh.
But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Oh. Where am I supposed to go next? Am I supposed... Whoa. No, Gus. Wait, you're alive?
I wish that I could truly say I thought, but I didn't. Until we found
My recording cut out. No. I'll figure it out.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Don't know if I'd like being named Gus. I'm perfectly content with my name right now. Yeah, that's some good ass cereal. I'm eating some Lucky Charms. Cheryl's favorite cereal. I'm not saying mine is Lucky Charms, but you know, Lucky Charms are pretty good.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Come on, gang, keep up. This is sad, but this
She
entire
spent a summer
experience
building
has been
houses in
somewhat
Calcutta,
whimsical.
where she met my dad, Sanjay.
That makes a lot more sense. I'm a firefighter, wee. I'm Batman from the old movies and shows. Do I leave now? I guess I do. And the game loads again. I don't know if it's just my Xbox. This game keeps loading. Nah, I don't appreciate it. I mean, I'd rather it load than not to load and to crash on me, but it still doesn't make this any less annoying. Am I supposed to go this way? I suppose these doors are sealed off. I didn't even notice that before. Was I supposed to go this way? I mean, there was no dialogue, so I'd assume not. It's like that one weird thing in games whenever, like, you try going to a certain area and you think you're going the right way or the wrong way, and you see, like, the enemies you need to fight, and then you're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm going the right way. Definitely. It's like that kind of thing, but, like, you know, words. What the f... That way. That way, woman. Thank you. Save it. What am I supposed to do here? Do I climb back up? Guess I can. Guess I'll check it out to make sure. Oh.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Okay, right before the next memory, I'm just gonna chug down the rest of this milk and
When my dad
cereal,
died,
and then I'm just
I
gonna
don't think
keep
Mom
going.
knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house
And
again.
what are these? Edith. These like their own personal gardens?
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while,
This would be a very
things were
interesting
good.
house.
Almost normal, but it didn't last.
I'm hitting things in like my room and I'm not a fan.
Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton
What's in
disappeared,
here?
the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
He disappeared. He didn't die, he disappeared. That's interesting. Through the window, through the wall. Also, I was right about part 2. was indeed Friday the 13th music, because I got a copyright claim on it. Yeah.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Give me a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Alright, gulp down the rest of the milk material. Let's get it. Wasn't a memory. There's gotta be something up here, though. Or maybe it was a memory. Hold on. Yeah, it has to be, because there's a little book symbol. Oh! Oh, it's a flip book. Wait, what? I wish I could flip it slower. Oh, okay, so pretty much the paintbrush was magical and could create things. Oh, that's it?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
I mean, I'm not saying that I wasn't at the very least a little nice, but like, because I like the flip book. The flip book was nice.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Yeah, I was expecting a bit more, you know? You know, there have been like these weird interactive
Whatever Milton had
experiences.
found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
But that, why? Okay, I can still go back in here though. So let's just make sure that I'm not missing anything like I was last time when I went down that pole and I'm like, wait a minute. That's a peephole. I can still go back up. Is there anything else up here? This is a nice, I could imagine like a lot of artists might get inspired just by being up here, seeing the scenery. But this would, even if you weren't an artist, that'd be a pretty nice setup. Like a little observatory. A little observatory would be nice. Alright, I guess I'm not missing anything. Let's keep it moving. Ooh. I did not notice this was a thing, so, well, actually, wait. Did I come from up here?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
No, I came from down there, because that's with all the gardens.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
And stuff went. Up I go. And back down I go.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
The smell? I mean, I can understand that. A few relatives that I can just distinct by a certain smell. It sounds weird, but...
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
He was on drugs?
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Oh.
He'd feel his way about.
This is really weird.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Because I'm moving with my left stick.
And things that have not names.
And with my right, I'm doing this.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, it's 3D now.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Okay.
I even encouraged.
This is so weird.
It seemed very promising at first.
I just realized it's getting bigger.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
It's a little parade we got going on.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck
Let's
him
track them.
that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Yes, definitely. That's something you can definitely do.
He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Is this a Mario reference?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Ooh. Chop, go. Chop, go.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
This is still weird multitasking like this.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
I thought I was just going downstream. I actually have to control my movement. Turn. No.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to... Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Um. Um.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince or handsome queen? I guess let's go handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Some Gen Z type shit right there.
The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows? Sinister serpents. Rainbows?
radiant rainbows.
Ooh. Let's not run him over, shall we?
He followed the sound of her
Damn it. For electric guitar, silver harp, silver harp. I mean, considering this is
Silver
a
harp.
modern, I guess that art. When were electric guitars made?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
I guess
Even
this is
then,
what I get
his
for
logic
saying something.
remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
This is
But
low-key
he was
cool.
so proud of having created it.
Bitch.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
God? Please don't say God. Please don't. I'm gonna have a lot of problems editing this later because the amount of video clips and fuck-ups I've done.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Up? There we go.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
This is...
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Whoa. My real Lewis? I can't tell, so I guess I'll just keep him moving. Well, he did say his imagination is as real as his body, so am I real Lewis or am I real Lewis?
Began to forget the world we know.
Okay, I'm real Lewis.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
It's gonna pain me to... Oh. Oh no, I'm real Lewis, but I'm going to real Lewis. Okay.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Fuck you. He's not even doing his job anymore. Wait, so... It... What? Whoa. So wait, where did these flop from then? Did someone just put them there?
I
Okay.
still thought I could save him. Even after he
Can't
said he was
save
being
me.
crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Can't save me. My imagination too strong.
The palace would be packed with his
Ooh.
companions.
Wait a minute, can I get off of this? No, I can't. Faceless, they just have masks. Those might not even be masks. That might be their actual heads. This is all very weird.
Including the wise Calico who insisted on inviting me.
Calico? Need to look that up later. Sounds like a little issue. Yeah,
As Queen
king of
waited,
this castle.
holding his crown. There was only one
My
thing
handsome
left to do.
queen. See, I right now, just from this, I have no idea. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea at all. I can already see what's about to happen. I already know what's about to happen. You guys probably already know what's about to happen too.
Bend down.
I don't like this. I don't like this. No, I don't wanna.
And the rest I can Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Well,
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
sounds like a cool dude. This is definitely a gamer setup. I can already see it now. Well, what are those? Those have to be energy drinks. Come on now. Okay,
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
I understand it. I can understand. I can relate.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Probably both.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Edith.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it
How
happened.
far up are we gonna go?
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
It's a quill. I thought it was a knife for a second. Edith Finch.
That whole last
Begin
day,
writing.
Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to all you know.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay. Mommy, I couldn't go to sleep.
the power
Or
had
maybe I
been
am
shut
going
off
to
that
sleep.
morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Dogs are fun.
Bring your
keep messing up because I'm not thinking about the times on the recordings.
Edith
So this is going to be a bit choppy.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Damn.
God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
But not to this extent?
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Ooh.
When the fog
My voice just cracked.
I lost my way.
Ooh.
I got turned around.
Oh, Jesus. This fog is thick.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
You off your meds, Granny?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
I have no idea where that came from. Okay, this way? Hug the wall, hug the wall, hug the wall. Oh.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
My Xbox DVR is currently breaking on itself and I'm not a fan. I just want to get this over with.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Grandma,
After that,
no.
we moved around a lot.
Grandma, no.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
I'm feeling pretty sick myself.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Wait a damn minute. Hold up. I'll be right back. Alright, boys, girls, and everything in between. Had to take a breather. I felt like passing out all of a sudden. But, back to the game, I guess?
Until I found out about you.
Um,
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Yeah, that's not a very good idea.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Bye.
I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh. Damn. I don't know how to feel about that. That the end of the game? Going to assume that was the end of the game. So yeah, that's been What Remains of Edith Finch. Saving. Real interesting game. I don't know how to feel about that. It threw me for a loop because I had like no idea what to expect, and then it brought me through all these different stories, and instead of just going, oh wait, this happened and then they died, it like brought about creative ways of doing it. Like, okay, he was lost in his little world. I forgot his name. I probably forgot all of it except for Gus. Gus is a very memorable name. But the guy that was the canner, is that the name? The guy that kept chopping off the fish heads and for tuna, I'm going to assume. He had this entire imagination, and while he was working, his mind just kept working its own course. Kept thinking about how, like, instead of being there in the moment, he was off into other lands, pursuing his own dreams, being a king, capturing kingdoms. And instead of just going, hey, he did that. Keep getting achievements. Instead of just going, hey, he did that. That's what he did. They told the story, but also brought a unique way of telling it. Instead of just going, hey, you know, he kept thinking about these things. It lets you actually experience what his mind was going through. And I'll admit, a lot of it threw me for a loop, because I had, like, generally no idea what the imaginations came from, if, at least in the perspective of the story, if this was all real, or if this was all imaginary, and this was their imaginations. Like, obviously, okay, like, the one part where I was on the swing set, and I had to, basically keep swinging back and forth until I did a full 360 on the swing set. Obviously, he would have went straight down into the rocks, but instead he actually flew upwards. That's obviously imaginatory, if that's a word. But instead of doing that, or, well, how do I describe it? It's just an interesting take on things, I guess. I'm somewhat happy that so-called friend of mine that told me to play this told me to play it. But since I still have more time apparently, just gonna keep rambling about stuff. So, let's go with videos. Why not? My plan, because I keep wanting to play the games that have lined up to play, even though they're not like new or anything, and no one's really gonna be looking for them. Like Toho Luna Nights, I plan on playing that and then posting videos of that right after this. And my entire plan for posting videos from now on is to post them whenever I have off days. Like, okay, I'm pretty sure I posted a video almost every day this week, and that was because I'm, as of now, on fall break. So, I'll probably try to post... That's nice. That's nice. I'll probably try to post a video every... The replay story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Oh! Okay, that's pretty cool. Just find this whole concept interesting. But yeah, once again, that's what remains of Edith Finch. If you liked the video, there's the like button. If you didn't like the video, there's the dislike button. I would appreciate it if you subscribe, but you don't have to. And if you want to see when my videos come out, there's the bell. Because I'm getting somewhat better at this. Probably not. Throughout this entire gameplay, I probably sound cringy as hell. And then there's also the problem of me having to sync up with the amount of bullshit I put myself through with the constant stop recording and start recording. Thanks to Xbox DVR. Need to figure out a better setup. But, yeah, that was a very interesting story. I appreciated the take on it. Hope you guys appreciate it as much as I do. Maybe not on the same level, but appreciate it nonetheless. And, yeah. Sayonara.